Hi everyone, I'm really excited to be doing this series on Mother Ayahuasca. And sometimes in life, some things don't go as planned or how you expect or how you imagine it in your head. And you have to learn to go with the flow. So that is exactly what is going on here right now. I thought that I would be recording my first video on Mama Ayahuasca, probably somewhere serene in nature. I thought I would actually record on the top of the mountain on Saturday when Ty and I and Wolfgang went hiking, but we ran out of storage and out of battery, so I didn't get to do it there in the beautiful mountaintops. And I made a commitment to myself and to you to do this video, so I am sitting in a diner right now, and hopefully you can hear me. I tested the sound and everything, so it should be kosher. It should be good. So, um, thoughts came to me as I was hiking on Saturday. It was a beautiful hike, and just like these thought streams were coming in on what to talk about for today. I originally thought that I would share my first experience once again with you all, and I think I'll save that for video number 2, or maybe later on in this video. But what was standing out to me and resonating with me Saturday as Mother Ayahuasca was on my mind is that when you commune with her, even on the first time that you drink the tea, keep it on that side, I'm recording. the Even the first time you drink the tea, no matter what experience you do end up having with her, afterwards you are going to notice that something has changed. You feel way more connected. You feel more connected with everything. And I want to add that I believe it's going to, I don't know about others, but for me it just felt so fluid, so natural. I didn't even really think about it. I didn't really have to analyze it or anything. It was just happening. It just was. It just is. You feel connected to yourself. You feel so connected to your feelings, how you feel, how you want to move throughout the day, how you want to go about things. You feel connected to nature. You feel connected to other people. You feel connected to everything. But, like, number one, you feel so much more deeply connected to nature. And you're so much more perceptive and in tune with nature. I want to make a side note here that, you know what, no matter where I am when I decide to record a video, I want to see just how sacred I can make the space that I am sitting in, I got like people all around eating and moving in and out, and I just so happen to be sitting right by the hallway where the restrooms are, so I hear the door opening and closing. I don't know if you do. And it shouldn't matter. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to talk about Mother Ayahuasca or the magic and healing that she brings to your life. It should never matter. We should all be ourselves, our true selves, and express ourselves. And that's what I'm doing. So, back to being in tune with nature. It hit me on Saturday when we went for our hike. Like he and I decided to partake in Santa Maria and then go hiking. And I mean, once I did that, I just kind of chuckled when I stepped outside. First, I felt like the sun on my legs. I was sitting inside of my prayer room and the sun was coming in from the window and glistening and charging my crystals, and my legs were right by the window. And I giggled because immediately I could feel, I like moved through ego to my heart, and I was able to realize what I had been struggling with in ego for a few weeks. Um, and it made me giggle because also I realized just how much nature is always trying to get your attention. Nature is constantly calling out to you for you to be in tune. Once again, to be in alignment with divine nature, because nature itself is in nature and following a rhythm, following a harmony. Everything in nature has a pattern, from the creation to the cycles to the the life cycles and patterns of creatures, of plants, of everything in nature. It's all perfectly designed and designed to be sustained and ongoing and coexisting and balancing and harmonizing. And and like I said, nature is constantly trying to reach out to humans. Come, come be in harmony. Come listen to Mother Earth. Come listen to the heartbeat. Come listen to us as we sing in harmony, because you too can sing in harmony. Like that's it's natural. It's our true nature. You know, for someone who is very much an ego, if like a bee or something just keeps flying across your path or like right by your ear, you're like, oh, you're gonna know, you're like, leave me alone, blah blah blah, right? But it's like a little messenger coming by, like, hey, hear me, I'm here, I'm trying to get you to notice me, to notice Mother Earth, to notice nature. There's something you should see. Maybe B is bringing you a message. You know, creation all the time. When an animal or a creature crosses your path, it would be very worthwhile for you to take notice of that animal or being, or if it was an insect, an arachnid, all the fancy names for the little bugs and critters, right? Or an animal, right? To pay attention to what it was that crossed your path, and then what were you thinking or feeling in that moment, or what have you been praying about? What have you been meditating on? What have you been worried about? What is going on in your life in that moment or during that phase? And what is Mother Nature bringing to you? What messages are coming forth for you through nature? There's streams of information. There's always guidance around you if you're open and willing to receive it. There's always messages if you're open and willing to receive it and to apply it in your life, to meditate on it and reflect on it and move from that space once you meditate or reflect on them, on the messages and guidance. And and so that is the same with Mother Ayahuasca, and she just so elegantly, majestically, and in such a beautiful way brings you back into harmony with nature. Like, you will notice that you will look at trees in a whole different light, at the grass in a whole different light, at animals or at flowers, the way the sun rises, the way the sun sets, the way the sun feels upon your skin, the way the wind feels upon your skin. For example, as long as I can remember, since I was a baby, my mother even told me this, that when I was an infant, I loved to be up at night and sleep during the day. That might also be because I was born around 5 something in the morning. that might have something to do with it. And also, I was born in Europe, in Germany, so the time zones messed me up, I believe. Because, man, I'll tell you, when I went to Europe in 2013, it felt, oh my God, like being in that time zone, it was so easy to get into the rhythm there, and it felt so natural. Like my body, my soul really picked up on it, and everything felt I felt like I clicked back into the right time zone. As weird as that sounds. So, anyways, I've always been like a night owl and loved being up at night and felt really inspired at night and would create and write and work on my blog and do research and stay in contact with friends from other parts of the world because I'm up at night and it's for them it's daytime too, and that's how I stay in contact with all my friends in Australia, over in the UK, and Hawaii, I want to say, and who else? So blah blah blah, right? That's the gist. Anyways, so but once I drank Mother Ayahuasca, it's so wild. I remember, I remember, um, I remember waking up once I came back home after my trip, drinking the tea, that I started to wake up without an alarm as the sun was rising. Like I would literally feel the sun rays slowly coming into my window. I was blessed to have a bedroom that faced the east. And oh my God, it was so beautiful every time the sun would rise. It would just slowly come in, and it was so poetic. And I was so shocked because it had always been very hard for me to wake up in the morning. And working in the matrix, there's all these jobs that are 9 to 5, 8 to 5, and especially when I worked in the public school system, in the English as a second language department, and then the severe special needs department. I had to be at school by I want to say 7:45 or 8 o'clock, something like that. That was torture for me. Like seriously, that was torture. Trina Otero hated to get up in the morning. Hated. And I needed coffee. But once I drank the tea, I mean, it was like a symphony. I was waking up and like la di da di da. Oh, the sun's shining in my window. Hello, sun. And like the sun rays, I would feel it on my skin and it'd wake me up. Um, and of course, that's especially after time would spring forward, because before, you know, when this time was still set back an hour, the sun wasn't up before I could go to work. Let's just say that. But I was still waking up. But it became so. Well, wait a minute. Let me think about that, because I drank the tea in May. So time had already sprung forward. Yes, I remember. And like I said, I would feel the sun on my skin, or I would just feel presence. And I'd feel warmth. And I remember one time that I literally felt something gently tapping on my shoulder in my sleep. And I was like, and I woke up. And I looked around and I didn't see anyone. But when I looked to the side where someone was tapping, I noticed sun rays coming in, and it was hitting my selenite tower. And it was sending these like rays of light in, and I could see these forms around it. It was so beautiful. And I was like, wow, I knew presence was there. I knew someone, like a guide or something, woke me up because he or she wanted me to see the beautiful sunrise. And I remember since then, I would just wake up with the sun. And my body wanted to go to bed around a decent time at night, around like 10 or 11. And my day I felt very fulfilled with my day. I felt like I had everything. It was a very full, pleasant day. Rising in the morning with the sun, greeting nature, in tune with nature. the biological clock of Mother Nature, of Mother Earth, and going to bed with Mother Earth. And you'll notice that too. You'll notice that Mother Earth, she will correct your rhythm, the rhythm within your body. We are living on a planet which is it's an energetic being still. It's a cosmic being, and we are cosmic beings. We are energetic beings on an energetic being. We are the micro within the macro, and then within us, there's the micro within the macro. So imagine she's like rectifying so much within you to put everything within you back into order, into a harmony, a rhythm, in tune with nature, in tune with her, with Mother Earth, with Mother Nature. And it truly brought back my fascination and admiration, adoration, my love and bliss for nature and all beings within nature and fairies and it's amazing because right before I started drinking the tea, I was already going through a process. I had moved back to Indiana from Philly, and gosh, Philly was such a good lesson for me. So hardcore. And so when I came back to Indiana, I was like, that's it. I'm gonna love myself so hard. I am gonna love myself. I'm gonna fucking love myself to death. I'm gonna heal this hurt heart, and I'm going to get back in touch with myself and my guides. Like, I'm done with the bullshit. I want to be in contact with my guides. I want to learn about my gifts. And so as I was going through that process, I already began to go into nature all the time. And I was making, that's when I decided to start making videos all the time. I got really inspired by a fellow brother, Bevan Bird. And so I was in nature every day. If I got upset, if I got stressed, if I felt doubt, if I felt tired, lethargic, bored, anything, I literally would just leave the house and walk to the park. I was just lucky to be living with my father again at the time. And the neighborhood he's in, it's literally there. He lives in this like division, right? But in like a circle, you know, like you can't drive once you turn into the street that he lives on, you can't get out. It's just a circle. But the sidewalk, like if you walk that way towards where the circle is, there was a line of trees, but there was like a little path through it from people walking so much, the little nice foot trodden path, right, that led through the line of trees to a sidewalk on the other side, and you could walk up that sidewalk all the way back to the park, Vissing Park, which is so beautiful now. This is a park that I remember when I was in high school, and nobody really went there, and I remember it being closed off, and there were just, I don't know, I think maybe like one or two trails through the woods, but no one ever really went there. It was just, there was nothing much, and had been forgotten, left. But while I had been gone all those years, you know, after high school, I left. I went to Indianapolis and studied and had my own life, and then traveled. I came back to Jeff, but traveled and stuff. I had no idea that Vissing Park had been renovated, and it's so beautiful. And that's the land that I had been taking care of when I came back. Yeah, when I was doing all my videos, most of my videos in 2015, it was in this park. I felt a deeper connection to the lands, and I knew I stopped feeling this hatred and repulsion for Indiana, for the little town Jeffersonville, for everything, and was starting to connect with the land, was starting to connect with Mother Earth in that area, and seeing just how much the land had been forsaken, neglected, and I truly felt like I was being called, that I was there. One of my assignments for being in Jeff was to help heal the land, so I would go to the park all the time and just walk in the woods and sing and chant, lay on the dirt and sing and chant, bring my crystals and make grids, walk through the riparian area and talk with the butterflies and the bees and the dragonflies and everything there. And so that was already a process going on before I drank the tea. And then when I drank the tea and commune with Mother Ayahuasca, it was like that times 5,000. It was amazing. Like after drinking the tea, I wanted to, when I woke up in the morning, I would immediately jump out of bed, smile, look at the sun and smile, and walk out the front door of the house and put my feet on the dew kissed grass. It looked like a bunch of diamonds in the grass. And I'd ground myself and take in deep breaths and smile up at the sun, stretch my arms and say hello to Mother Earth, hello to the tree, hello to the grass, hello to the birds. Like my day would feel incomplete if I didn't do that. If I didn't greet Mother Earth when I first woke up. And you know, like I said, the fascination for Mother Earth grew stronger, and stronger. I would go up to different plants and flowers and really, really observe them more than I did already. Like look at the patterns, the intricate patterns of plants and flowers, or these creatures like little hummingbirds, and there's like this bird. No, wait, it's almost like a cross between a hummingbird and a bee. It is the coolest thing ever. And I started to see that kind of creature all the time. And I would just watch the patterns of these different creatures and the plant life and everything. And it's just astounding. It's amazing and beautiful, and you have a deeper appreciation, and it helps you reflect on yourself. Nature helps you reflect on you, who you are, and your divine nature. And Mother Ayahuasca, once you drink the tea, and if you continue to drink the tea, you will start to remember. I say remember for a reason. You will start to remember your responsibility as a caretaker, your responsibility to the planet, to Mother Earth, to your actions. Feel self-responsibility for every action that you take, that you're taking in your life, but also on the planet, and how you're treating the land, how you're treating Mother Earth, your eco footprint, your footprint, and you become more conscious and mindful of your actions and your actions towards others, and how you treat others, which is also reflected if you are treating others more kindly. You notice you are also treating the planet, you're treating Mother Earth much better. You are taking the extra step to make sure that your actions are more pure and of good intent, that you're not littering, you're not causing harm to Mother Earth, but helping her to be sustained and to be strong, because after we die, there's a whole other generation and a generation after that. And we have that duty. We're here now. If we're not taking care and handling these responsibilities, we're leaving such a huge load of work for the next generation. And I mean, I'll just say that even right now, with the way things are, we already do have a large task at hand, but so many more people are conscious now. So many more people are conscious now that, hold on, my battery is gonna die. So it's charging now, so you kind of might hear an annoying sound in the background. Please ignore that. So, but with the way that consciousness is rising, we are doing a lot now. We, as in the collective, right, of the human race, have caused a lot of harm to the planet, but a lot of that's being rectified. You know, so many more people are conscious and spiritually evolving so that we are taking some extra steps. We are changing our behaviors. We are changing our habits. We are changing our lifestyles to love ourselves more, to be healthier, kinder to ourselves, and also kinder to the planet. I mean, you'll notice it's full circle. If you're being kinder to Mother Earth, if you're being more loving, it reflects, that means you're also doing that for yourself. So that's why really everything goes back to self love. If you are loving yourself, if you are taking care of yourself and want to be the best you can be, the healthiest you can be, the kindest you can be, and the most loving you can be to yourself, that reflects in everything you do with others and with Mother Earth. Like, truly. And she will truly show you this. She will open this up to you. She will. She will. Um, and you know, I mean, what? I guess it might seem cliche, right, to speak about this because of so many movements, right, um, in our history, and people harping about Mother Earth and taking care of it and leaving a cleaner footprint. But it's so true. Like I'm not saying any of this because I want to follow some kind of fad, and not because I want to follow some kind of movement, whatever. Like, I'm telling you this because it's my personal experience. Like, I truly started to see that I was making more conscious efforts and decisions. Like, I wanted to start. I'm so grossed out by plastic. I mean, if you research about plastic, you will see. Oh my God! Like, I used to think plastic got recycled. Most of it doesn't. There's only certain facilities that will recycle certain types of plastics. So I hate plastic, and I feel so guilty. You know, buying plastic bottles. When I buy like plastic bottled water, but you know, once I started drinking the tea, I wanted to recycle. I wanted to stop using plastic. I started using reusable bags and like cloth bags or recycled plastic bags. Oh, those are so freaking cool. Um, and shopping with those instead of when I go to the grocery having to use more of the plastic bags. Um, Recycling cans, just recycling in general, okay? And like I like so many of my habits changed, and even things with myself, my self care. I was already interested in how do you say, body care products that were organic or natural, but it just like went up to a whole new level once I drank the tea. Like, I was like, you know, I wanted to be completely natural because I didn't want to use anything that was going to harm her. I already didn't want anything that's going to harm me, that I'm going to soak into my skin, into my hair. I mean, my hair has changed so much since drinking the tea because like, I went through so many different shampoos to try and find the best natural shampoo. Especially, I have curly hair, and if it doesn't get enough moisturizer, it is like fuzzy and crazy. So, I mean, because of her, it helped me be more conscious about what I'm putting on my body, to be good to myself, to really love myself as I truly am, natural. I don't, you know, I don't need to have a bunch of makeup. I don't need to have all these products that, you know, the matrix and the society structure wants you to believe that you need to be beautiful. I wanted to be myself, completely myself, and you'll notice you become very, very natural too when you drink the tea. Yeah, you'll notice a lot change, and it's all about coming back to your true nature, your divine nature, your true nature, like physically, who you really are supposed to be without all the masks and all the makeup. Like, yeah, I'm not wearing any makeup. Look, nothing. And You'll just notice that being reflected with yourself and your life and with Mother Earth. So let's see if there's anything else about that I want to speak on. You truly will notice that you will come more and more and more and more into harmony and in tune with Mother Nature. Because Mother Nature, because creation, because nature, when you step outside, step out somewhere with grass where you can hear birds, trees. When you step outside, you are hearing that beautiful vibration, 432 hertz. Feels so good to your soul. And once you step out there, you are being constantly reminded that you, Mother Nature out there, is reminding you and reflecting back to you your true divine nature. And it is calling for you to come back into alignment with your true divine nature, to come back into harmony, to stop struggling, to come into rhythm, the rhythm of life, to feel again, to truly feel, to be in your heart, to be conscious, to live a conscious life, to be in your heart, to feel. I said that already, but that's so important. To come back into harmony with nature and work in harmony with nature. Not this civilized bullshit, where we're tearing things down and destroying ecosystems and all for profit and capitalism, but truly to work in harmony with nature, meaning you can build a home, you could build a community, but find a way to build it where it's in harmony with the ecosystem around it. I know you've seen like eco travel, right? And eco villages now. Like we have the technology, we have the intelligence, let me tell you, to build communities, homes that is in harmony with nature, that does not use fossil fuel, that does not use coal. We have so many ways to have free energy. Let me just tell you, it's there, it's been there. There's a whole agenda. You probably already know all that, okay? And, to have free water, running water, to irrigate your property or your community in a sufficient, self-sustaining way, to have vegetation, to grow your own food, to work in harmony with the land and with the creatures that live on the land, to be kind to the land and actually help it thrive as you thrive as well. It's so possible. It is so possible. And my goal, damn it, it's my goal. Okay, that's all I have to share for now. And I enjoyed this. It's so, like I wanted, in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna create this serene, naturesque background, and I'm going to talk about Mother Ayahuasca. Oh, I'm going to do it at the top of this mountain. It's going to be amazing. And then it didn't happen. And I think it's actually really awesome that I decided to do it in somewhere so, like, contrast to Mother Earth. I'm like, in this, like, diner in a booth, and there's, like, people walking by. You probably hear background noises, people shouting and stuff. Like, I mean, it's perfect. Because we have to be the light. And I am so sensitive and an empath and all that. And I tend to want to just hide and just be in my little cocoon. But this is good that I am somewhere public and speaking loud. I mean, so many people have walked by. So many people have walked by and heard me saying this stuff. And who knows what they're thinking, whatever. It's perfect because we have to be speaking truth no matter where we are. Do not feel fear or be afraid to speak truth, to share truth, to spread light, to be that beacon of light where it is needed most. And I am totally not ashamed of speaking about Mother Ayahuasca. Like, I think every single person, boom, 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 needs to have at least one cup. Like, the world would be so different. Everything would just revolutionize and everything would shift dramatically if every single human being on this planet could have one good cup of ayahuasca. And I'm not kidding. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, for being here and listening to this and watching this. And I know it's going to call out and resonate to those who it's meant to. So have a beautiful day, a beautiful night, wherever you are. Namaste. Mitakoe Oyasin. Aroha Nui.